Hey friends, Lissa here for another little video. I want to talk today, I just want to give a little bit of an idea of how you might need to change your lifestyle when you become a raw vegan, and what I experienced in changing my lifestyle when I became a raw vegan, things that I do differently now, things I didn't really expect, but I've had to change. And hopefully this can help somebody out there who might be changing over, who might need some ideas on lifestyle changes and stuff that they're gonna need to be doing differently. And it just becomes part of your life. And we're gonna talk about habits, and habits are something that you're going to have to start creating, because one of the many reasons why people fail at a vegan or a raw vegan diet is that they don't get into the habit of doing certain things. They're still stuck in this pattern of maybe stopping off at certain restaurants before work or after work, or these little things that you don't really notice that are a problem until you stop eating certain foods and you are no longer able to do certain things. The number one thing that I want to talk about that was the biggest change for me was grocery shopping. Grocery shopping used to be a weekly thing. Maybe every 10 days I would go, because the majority of the stuff that I would buy would be packaged, frozen meats, cheese that lasts quite a while in the fridge. You would buy enough yogurt for a week. There were a lot of foods, especially the packaged foods, like canned tomato sauce, pastas, bread that you just stick in the freezer. There was a lot of foods that you could buy, and you'd go like maybe once a week, maybe every 10 days or so to shop. And unfortunately, you can't do that as a raw vegan. You have to go shopping way more often. This is a big thing. Bananas, for example, is huge. I eat so many bananas a day, and as a raw vegan, you're going to need to eat a lot of food to make up the calories that you're not getting from the other stuff. Bananas and fruit are huge for that. So in order to always have fresh stuff, you have to go more often, and you have to go get new bunches of bananas, get fruit that's on sale, all of those kinds of things. Lettuce, for example, you can't buy a week's worth of lettuce right away, because by the end of the week, you're gonna have wilty lettuce, and you're not gonna wanna have a salad, because you're gonna look at it and be like, oh, I don't wanna eat that. So you have to go more often, and that's something that you're going to need to get used to. Find a grocery store close to you that you can sneak away at if you need a couple things. Bananas, for one, is a big one for me. And that is another reason why in my meal plan I don't have weekly shopping lists, because it's just not doable. You just can't buy fruit and vegetables for a week unless you're waiting for stuff to ripen, but you just can't do it. You can't have, again, lettuce sitting in your fridge for a whole week and then you end up with that salad. So the reason why I have Chai came to visit. The reason why I have daily grocery shopping lists is so that you can combine a couple of days and go more often to the grocery store. There are times where I'm at the grocery store 3 times a week, just picking up little things, and I spend less because I'm not buying a crazy amount of food and storing it in my cupboards and freezer. So I do find that I spend less money on groceries that way as well. So that's a huge adjustment thing that you're going to make. And when you're shopping, another big adjustment is that you're going to just be shopping in the produce section, especially as a raw vegan. You're really only going to be buying food there. So spending the time in the other parts of the market, you might feel compelled to go down those aisles, but it's actually pointless as a raw vegan. You can there's nothing that you can eat there. So that takes a little bit of adjusting too, because we are such creatures of habit, and you go into the grocery store and you just head on over to where you typically buy your food. So it's just really different. Learning to eat more is a big one as well. When we are eating high protein and high fat and trying to lose weight, we try to cut calories, and you're not eating a lot and you're not getting enough energy. It's going to take a little bit of an adjustment period when you start eating really high fruits and vegetables. So that's another one too. You're gonna have to get used to eating bigger salads, and be okay with yourself. Be gentle with yourself and love yourself, because again, it's gonna take time to get used to that. And most of us are not used to eating giant salads the way I do. But with time and patience with yourself, you'll get there. And that's another thing, is consistency. It comes down to the habits. You gotta do the same thing every single day. You gotta have your lemon water in the morning. You have to make your smoothie in the morning. You have to have your salads. And you have to be consistent with not having cheat days or anything like that if you really want to be serious about your health. I know cheat days, a lot of people think that they're okay. I personally cannot do cheat days, so I don't promote them at all. My cheats are like banana and ice cream, or you know, buying 5 or 6 nectarines and having a beautiful mono meal of nectarines in the summertime, because those are my favorite fruit of all time. Or just grabbing a huge bag of cherries when they're in season and just enjoying the fruit as nature gave us. Those are my cheats. I don't even count them as cheats because it's food. So that is kind of like my splurge, I guess you could say, because they're more expensive. But again, it's going to take consistency. You're going to have to be consistent and no cheating. I know it's hard. And if you do cheat, don't kick yourself. You just get up the next day and do better, make better choices, make sure you always have fruit in your fridge. And that's, again, another thing that's going to take adjustment, is to always make sure that you have food in your fridge and have things chopped up if you really need. Maybe make some dressings in advance. Preparing your food is a big one. You're going to have to get used to being at home at certain times, like in the evening, to make your food, even though it doesn't take long. Honestly, you guys, it takes me 10 minutes to make my evening salad, which is massive. It's just the most time that it takes is chopping the vegetables. And I don't have to wait for an oven or a stove. I don't have to wait for takeout. I don't have to wait for any of that. I basically just have to chop the veggies. But it's getting into that routine that is the challenge. The last 2 things that you're going to need to probably change in your lifestyle is increasing your own self-love and believing in yourself. It's not something that we're used to doing. Yes, we love ourselves and we believe in ourselves, but really believing in yourself, really knowing that you can do this. Go over your reasons why. My reasons are for the animals, for the planet, for my health, and as an inspiration to all of you. Those are my reasons. And you gotta believe in yourself. You really, really do, because I believe that you can do it. I know you can, whether you are going all the way full raw vegan, or even if you're just trying to cut out processed junk and animal products and trying to be vegan as best you can. I know you can do it. I really do. If I can do it, if I can lose 70 pounds after being addicted to energy drinks and Doritos and fried chicken and ranch dip and all of that gross stuff. If I can do it, you guys, you can do it too. It took a long time, and it takes a lot of consistency and a lot of patience and a lot of self-love. So start loving yourself and start making better choices just right now with your next meal. You know, throw some stuff out that you don't want to ever eat again. And it's not that, like as I said in my last video, it's not that you can't eat it, it's that you don't want to. Take back control into your life and say, I don't want to eat this, and be consistent with those thoughts. So I hope you guys like this video. I was kind of rambling a little bit, but I wanted to talk about some of the changes that I experienced in my lifestyle, I guess, being a raw vegan, that some of you might not really know that might happen. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Click like if you did, and subscribe to my channel to get notifications for more. I'm going to right now work on a recipe video. I'm going to be making sweet curry, a salad dressing and a salad. And I'm also going to be doing my Greek salad dressing because I did a class about a couple weeks ago, and that was the dressing that I did. I made it for the class and everybody absolutely loved it. It's one of my most popular dressings, so I'm going to do a video on that as well. So watch for those two. Once they're up, the links will be in the description below for this video. So I hope you guys like that, and stay tuned for more videos from me. And until the next one, guys, fruit on.